Hi, hi, good evening. Welcome to the yet another episode of One Pitch Catch. Hi, Jaga. How's the feeling after India lost a tough test match, and what's going on with other cricket?
Yeah, I think it's sort of sinking in. We'll see. I mean, there's obviously a couple of more tests to go, and hopefully there'll be opportunities to address some of these things. We'll get to the combinations, etc., in our next video. I was thinking, like, literally, if each of the top batsman had scored 4 or 5 runs extra, the result would have been totally different. So I guess that's the piece that will hurt more, right? It was so close. It was not. I mean, there's been more closer tests. After Siraj got out with his bail being dislodged, there were lots of references to how Srinath was out basically the same way to Saklain and Chepauk in '99, and that was a 16 runs loss. There have been other even lesser losses, but I think just in terms of an opportunity, it's not something that you get very regularly in England where the pitches, I think we mentioned it in one of the earlier videos. This is a very good opportunity to win because you're probably not going to get similar conditions the next time around. Or
Exactly,
even in T4 and T5.
exactly. The opportunity was big, especially given that it's a young team, with most of the people being very young and playing in England for the first time. That would have been a great victory to boast about if they had won. And if they had been 2-1 up, it could have been a lot of pressure on England. I think England came into Test 3 with a lot of pressure. Now I think
Yeah.
uh, the tables have changed. But like you said, we'll come back to team combinations for T4 and things. Now it looks like they are they are leaning towards playing Bumrah, is what I hear for post test itself. Let's see. And
Right.
apart from this, there's what other cricket in terms of the India women playing after winning the T20 series in England. They have started the 50 overs ODI game also with a win in the first game. Did you see that?
Yeah, I mean, I think they had a pretty good start to the ODI series. Batting, bowling, fielding. There was a very good catch. I think that Jemima Rodriguez took somewhere in the boundary. So I think overall the performance seems to have been pretty good. I saw lots of news reports how there's a conscious effort on improving the fielding. I think some of the observations that we've had in the past have been around just sort of being the South African men's team in from a women's perspective, where you would invariably just choke in the knockout matches, finals, and not close out things. I hope there's work that's going on to fix those things. I think the WPL will help in terms of building up some of those skills. But yeah, it's been great to see how they won the T20 series, and then the ODI is great start with a win. Deepti Sharma, I think she came in at around number six or something like that, and made a very good knock. I believe there's some effect of Rishabh Pant also in that knock.
Yeah, that one six she hit was one-handed, like throwing it like that was his right
Did the
hand
bat
shallow
fly?
using. It was that
Did
was
the
a
bat
very
fly?
nice six. It really looked like watching Rishabh Pant six when I watched it. So it really looked like watching Rishabh Pant six. And she also says that she after the game she said that she practices set shots in the nets and all. So I mean whatever, like you say, I think. In crunch games they have been choking like the South African men's team, but I think in the last 6 months or so it is getting better. There are signs of overcoming that. That's good
Yeah,
to see. I mean, because we're winning a T20 series in England, even before the final game, they were 3-1 leading by the
yeah,
fourth
correct,
game
correct.
itself. That was a very nice thing. And now also they have started the ODI well. That augurs well for the women's cricket. And again, like you said, like the IPL is throwing a lot of new talent to the men's team. The WPL is also, though it is very nascent to be the first few years right now, but I think that will help in the long run, I assume. And apart from
Absolutely.
this, did you hear that the West Indies, after the 27 all out, they have sent SOS calls to Clive Lloyd, Viv Richards, Lara, and who
I
not.
think I think they've been doing something similar for almost the last 20 years, because that's the duration for which they've been a pretty bad side. In particular, in the last 15 years, I think after 2004-5, they probably haven't done anything of any note pretty much anywhere except in limited overs matches, that too particularly T20 internationals. They didn't qualify for the 2023 World Cup or the Champions Trophy. So there have been some serious issues that they've had over the years. I mean, I don't know what sending out these SOS messages, etc., is going to achieve, right? I'm pretty sure that all those big committees have existed in the past with the likes of Clive Lloyd, Richards, Lara, Hooper, maybe Ambrose, Walsh, just to add in bowlers also. I'm sure all of that has been there. You have had some pretty reputed folks in the media perspective as well. Colin Croft, Ian Bishop. I don't know. Do you even, if you don't listen to them, then what's the point of creating all these meetings and manadus and things like that? Let's see what the outcome is. I am not too enthusiastic that something meaningful will come out of it. When you see the, I mean, I didn't see the matches live, the test matches, but yes, looking at the highlights, fundamental basic batting skills seem to be an issue. I think they have a very good bowling lineup, and I think yeah, their catching was still a little shoddy, but batting wise, there's some fundamental things that are lacking. They can't even last half a day without they don't even know how to build partnerships. So some basic skills that have been missing. I don't know what the plan to address it. I've also read lots of reports about how the pitches in the West Indies have also been challenging for batsmen, even in their domestic tournament over the last couple of years. So that's made it challenging for them to even build batsmen who can have longer innings and things like that. So let's see what those fundamental changes look like if ever they implement it, and see what the outcome is. I'm not too sure it's going to really result in anything.
I mean, I'm also not very optimistic because a lot of times I remember a couple of times before also they're calling up some old legends to fix some issues when they've had some embarrassing losses. Probably not as embarrassing as the 27 all out. But again, I think it lasts for a while, these committees, and then each one's ego takes over, and then they go back to the normalcy. And when you
Yeah,
and you're touching upon the point that about you spoke about not being able to build partnerships in Test cricket, which is very important. I think West Indies as a cricket team and individuals and everybody has become a very T20 focused players. You see all leagues all over the world have a lot of West Indies players.
right.
So obviously a T20 is not going to help you uh,
Correct.
develop skills of building a partnership. So they like bat like a T20 game and get all out in 20 overs.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what happens. So that's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Um, it's okay. I mean, unfortunate in a way that any team that goes through this is unfortunate because I think there has always been a lot of tussle between the players and the cricket board in West Indies
Correct.
and all those things, and people randomly announcing retirements too early
Right.
and walking away from the game and things like that have happened. And they make a lot of money with these leagues around. So individually, it is not going to hurt them, but as a cricket team, yes, West Indies is not there anymore. Mm.
When you're speaking about applying skills in T20s, they should probably contact Virat Kohli to find out how to bat like test matches in T20s. So that's a good example that they can follow.
Now that he's not playing Test cricket also for India, he can
He'll have more time
he
to
can
go for it.
he can become mentor for the West Indies
Yeah.
team. Yeah, that's a good. And
There's also a New Zealand,
yeah, New Zealand.
Zimbabwe, South
Mm.
Africa triangular going on. New Zealand beat South Africa in the first match. The second match is going on.
Third one. This
It's
is the third one.
Zimbabwe,
The
the third match. Yeah,
first
correct.
match South Africa won. The
Yeah,
second match South Africa lost. Now New Zealand, Zimbabwe are playing.
right. New Zealand, Zimbabwe is going on. So again, more other cricket happening. Should be
It's very
interesting.
rare
How
to
that
see a triangular series these days, right, Chagai?
exactly. Yeah, it's not that frequent nowadays. And let's see. I mean, it's a T20 series. It's kind of difficult to place this series in context because the T20 World Cup is still a few months away. So I don't know what the plan is. But it's also good to see Zimbabwe getting some exposure to playing with New Zealand, South Africa. Otherwise, they're pretty much only been playing Afghanistan, Bangladesh for the most part,
And
or maybe
Ireland.
Ireland.
Yeah. Mm.
So yeah,
Now they'll
that
start
if you
playing
have
Italy also, I think.
Yeah, they could start playing Italy as well. Yeah. It
Mm.
sort of takes us to the upcoming Old Trafford test. It's actually interesting. India haven't played in Old Trafford, Manchester, for almost like 11 years now. 2014 series was the last time they played. There's some forecast from a weather perspective. It seems like it's not going to be as bright and sunny as was forecast, say at Edgbaston or Lords. The forecast seems to be more for a little bit of rain, slightly cool conditions, and also looking at the how the batting and bowling have fared over the years. There's a lot of wickets that have gone for pace. Spin doesn't seem to have had that much of an impact, and England's batsmen have performed much better than visiting batsmen. England's bowlers have performed much better than visiting bowlers. So it seems like it's going to be a hard one for the Indian side. Let's see. Again, the combinations, etc. We'll get to it the next video.
Yeah, so with spin not going to be that effective, again, Kuldeep is not going to be around in the 11, I think. And also, I
Yeah,
think if the way that you look at it, no, I mean, with Jadeja and Washington sealing their places, it's going to be very difficult unless you want to completely load with another spinner in the
yeah.
team. And Old
And I think
Trafford,
another possibility is that England may choose to actually go for a more spicier, more bowler-friendly wicket because now they've seen that the batting is a little vulnerable. They can do both things, right? One is they can send India in on a green top
yes.
and get the first innings advantage, or they can opt to bowl first and make sure that that India didn't even chase 190 when it was there for the taking. So last innings is going to be even more tougher. So it could play out either way.
I always think any team should make India chase. If they want to win any other team, which they want to win, make India chase in the fourth innings. It's most likely India will not.
Guaranteed.
Because the two good chases that they've had in the long time is one is Brisbane, one is Ranchi. That's
Yeah,
all.
correct. Yeah.
That's all. I mean,
Nothing
except
else
for
has
this.
been convincing.
Yeah, I mean, even another 120 against Bangladesh, they huffed and
Yeah,
puffed
that
with
was a
Ashwin and
struggle.
Shreyas Iyer going to. I mean, it was almost we lost it with everybody. Ashwin and Shreyas got it. It was just 120 or some 130.
Correct. Yeah.
So the
And
fourth
even
inning,
the
letting India chase in the fourth innings is
yeah,
the safest bet for any other team.
anything 150 plus, it
Mm.
gets into anything 200 plus, they can forget about it. Anything 150 to 200, they can make sure that it's a good match. I think even going back to the Sydney draw in 21 also, that's probably the last time. I think we mentioned it in one of the early videos. That's the last time they actually batted out a draw and saved the match. So even that ability seems to be missing.
Right.
Of course, we're not saying that would have happened in the third test because there's no way they would have batted out for a draw. But hey, why not? You're only scoring one and over. You could have dragged it all the way till the draw.
No, the problem is the one and over was only because it was Jadeja. I mean, it was
Yeah,
Bumrah and Siraj. As long as we had a batsman, even Nitish Reddy or
correct, yeah,
somebody, we were not looking to score one and over. We wanted to. Obviously, when you want to score 130 in a day, usually people score 130 in a session, Jaga.
yeah, yeah. Or two maximum. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Cool, great.
okay.
So yeah, that's about wrap. Any other topics for today?
Nothing. We will anyway come back with our predictions for the 11 and how the weather looks like, and as we get closer to Old Trafford, we will have a preview for the fourth test. And in between, please subscribe, like, and share our videos.
Watching. Keep watching. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.